Hey, hey, happy Tuesday. It is me, it is she, Pure Wisdom, and I come to bless you with some love and light, some real, all natural love and light. I'm out in the park, it's a beautiful day, it's about 65, 67 degrees, and the wind is blowing, and I'm just feeling and loving this vibe, and I wanted to come in and share some insight with you. But check out my view. Isn't it beautiful? Like, nature is my thing, that's my zen. So listen, I love this feel, really being grounded, because I'm one with all there is. So anyways, enough about me. Kind of wanted to come in and share some insight with you. It was something that was on my mind, and it was put in my spirit heavy this morning, so I wanted to deliver that message to you. And the topic is anxiety. Ooh, deep, right? Anxiety. I went and I looked up definition of anxiety, and the definition of anxiety was to worry, to be at unease, to feel bothered, to be uncertain. And what came up for me was, not only do you have these negative feelings when you have the anxiety, but your physical body begin to go through different symptoms. Like, some people may shake, some people may sweat, some people may just kind of mess with and twiddle with different things. Whatever it is, there is something on the physical that makes you uncomfortable, extremely uncomfortable. And it not only does it affect you, but it affects your outside environment as well. So I really started thinking about that thing, because I've dealt with anxiety, right, really trying to bring my book about, being in the presence of people, in the limelight, in forefront, kind of from behind the scenes and up and center. So all of those things I were afraid of. And I know, and I knew people that were close to me, and I've spoke with a lot of my clients, and they all dealt with the same thing. So it started me to thinking, if all of these people, including myself, deal with this feeling, how and why is it coming about? Why is it coming about, and how can we heal from it? So as a psychologist major studying the mind, I started really understanding that anxiety really is only the fear of the unknown, the fear of not knowing what the next step is going to be, or being forced to be outside of your comfort zone. Comfortable. Every day we have a routine. And we get stuck with, doing the same thing over and over and over again. And it becomes comfortable. We begin to feel good. But when we are challenged to bring something outside of our comfort zone, we begin to fret. We begin to panic. And that doesn't keep good ground. That doesn't really allow things to manifest into your life, because you get in that moment where you become anxious and antsy, and start having negative thoughts, start thinking negative things. So with studying the mind, it is changing the thought, acknowledging the trait, which is anxiety, one of the traits, which is anxiety, that is stopping you or hindering you from going that next step, or for really following that goal or that dream that you want in your life. So I wanted to not only see what the issue was, but I wanted to figure out how to create a solution. How can I implement it in my life? And that's when I began to meditate, that's when I began to just sit still. I don't know if you understand the depths of being still and not being stuck on the rat race, on the wheel of this life, this physical world of doing, being great, having those high positions, or whatever it is that you call or you feel that you need to do. You're on that rat race of life. You're on that hamster wheel, and you're turning and you're turning, and you're turning to nothing. Only thing you're doing is depleting yourself. You're depleting yourself, and how can you be wholesome to you? how can you be wholesome to your world or to your environment, to your loved ones, if you're depleted? It's not possible. So I start with me. I began to think of things and ways and really implement them. That's when, again, I started meditating. And within meditating, at first, I didn't know what I was doing. Totally didn't know what I was doing. I thought meditating was you get in this room and you chant and whatever, you know. But I had to find out that my form of meditation wasn't the same form as the meditation that society imposed. Society loved to tell us what we should and should not do, when all the time all you need to do is look into you. Look into you, ask yourself those questions. Be real with you. It's not crazy to talk to yourself. I talk to myself all the time. So, you know, I get clarity that way. Not only do I talk to myself, the most important thing is I sit down and I take the time to be still, be quiet, and listen. Moving beyond the anxious, moving beyond the anxiety. When I first started this journey and was going and speaking in front of people, I started kind of venturing out and doing the motivational speaking. And I remember my first event. My first event was a pageant, and me speaking at that pageant, it was like, oh wow, what? I didn't know what I was doing. I remember I went up there and they wanted me to speak on a certain topic, and I spoke so fast. I was only up there for about 5 minutes when I should have been up there for about 15. Yeah. So it takes time to really grow into your craft. It takes time to grow into your gifts. It takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. But I know that I took that step and I tried. That's the key. I was anxious. I was up there for only 5 minutes, but those was the best 5 minutes of my life. It really was, you know, and I'm grateful for that because it really pushed me beyond my fear of being afraid of the unknown into what I'm supposed to do, what I'm doing now. You know, so I'm grateful for the experience, and then I say the same for you. Whatever that is that you are fearful to push beyond, know that just take that step, and if it look crazy, it's okay. It's totally okay. Just keep moving, keep pushing, move beyond that anxiety, and most importantly, sit down with yourself. Be still. Listen to you, because sometimes we can make the wrong moves, not being obedient and not listening. You know, again, stuck on that hamster wheel of life. You have to be real with yourself. You have to listen to yourself. You have to pay attention to what self is saying to you. So, anxious. Anxious is being fearful of the unknown. Living a life of paradise, fear does not exist. It exists, but you push beyond it. It doesn't matter. You know, it is all an illusion. My challenge for you with this video is I want you to take a moment, whatever it is, and that's on your list, that's on your to-do list, or that's in your dream mind and back, or you mesmerize, you think about. I want you to take a moment, sit down, create a goal, and do it. Do it. Even if it means you standing in front of yourself in the mirror. Do it. Much love, light, many blessings. Enjoy the rest of your day. I hope that I've shared some insight and given some knowledge and some wisdom. But until next time, be blessed.